guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to be going over the trades I took for the week and just do a little forecasting. So this week I only took two trades, one gold silver for a sell and the other USD Mexican for a sell. So silver one for a sell was from my short-term strategy, which was the 1 hour. It showed me a sell. So usually for a short-term strategy, I use 3 indicators to decide when to enter the market. And I believe I entered on the 20th, but I got stopped out because ever since like last week or 2 weeks ago, when that whole scenario happened where I lost a lot of money, I've been extremely defensive in my trades. But let's say I would have held on to the trade, I would have definitely made all my money back from the looks of it. Yeah, I definitely got stopped out around this day. Yeah, I got stopped out on this day because I couldn't afford losing a lot more. So yeah, that's just one of the downsides of having a small account. That's why when I made this new account, I talked about the last account I had and how $50 was just way too small of a capital for you to trade, because you don't really have much wiggle room to play with. But yeah, silver still looks like a long-term sell, at least as of now. If you check out the volume in silver, there's not really much going on. You could just see a lot of green and red, which means that there's equal amounts of bullish and bearish pressure in this pair right now. So I don't really think there's a defined trend right now, but I do think the overall trend right now it's sell. So second trade for this week was USD Mexican. So this trade actually really pissed me off because I entered this trade twice and I got stopped out on both of them. So the first one I entered was, I believe, the 22nd, which was this day. It was this day right here. So as you can see, this is a 3 black crows candlestick pattern, and if you don't know what that means, that's pretty much a bearish signal that whatever you're trading might start selling. So I entered here, but I didn't realize that I placed my stop loss really tight until at 207 something, around this area. Now obviously the price went up a lot more, so I definitely would have gotten stopped out even if I pushed back my stop loss a lot. But I got stopped out pretty quickly in that trade, so I decided to enter later that day again, and I got stopped out again. And the reason why I got annoyed at this trade was because if I would have entered in a different day, or if I entered a little later and I had a stop loss that was going to get hit, I would have easily made at least half of the money I lost last week. But it is what it is. I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm just going to keep on waiting for the moves in the market, see what happens. Because at the end of the day, the trade is still there. The trade hasn't fully gone yet. Look at the RSI, it just passed the midpoint, and looks like price just got below the 150 EMA once more. So the trade is still there to take. It's not that the trade is fully gone. Also, something I want to show you guys is this little trend. So I'm not sure if you can see it with all these zones and stuff in the way. But I drew 2 lines. Pretty much what that is, it's a trend line, is what I see price doing. So as you can see, every time price spiked above this, it always went down, and as you can see, we're in a downtrend right now. So if price respects these lines and boundaries, it seems like the next price we're going to be at is around this level. So like I said, I'm not too worried about this trade. It's not that I'm not too worried, it's just that there's still trades to catch. But now my problem with this trade is, should I wait for the reversal or should I just enter? Because after I got stopped out on this day right here, I just said to myself, you know what, I'm just gonna wait for the reversal and then enter next week. Then come to Friday, the price dropped like 7.75%. So I'm not really sure if I should wait for the reversal or just enter, because sometimes a lot of pairs, they don't reverse at all and they just go straight down or straight up. As you can see, just like USD Mexican, USD CAD has the same thing. So USD CAD actually looks like, to me, looks like we're in an uptrend. As you can see, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs. So right now, to me, it seems like this pair might start dropping again. And if you can't see exactly what I'm talking about, this is another hack that I think could be useful for people. So if you can, go to like the chart types in whatever platform you're using to look at the markets, and you can change the chart type from candles to lines. And that I feel like that makes it a lot easier to like see the overall trend of the markets. So for example, now you can clearly see that it's an uptrend. You can see the lines going up. As compared to if you use the candles, it might be a little harder to tell. So for USD CAD, I actually think that this pair might start selling a little bit. As you can see, we had a little resistance up here, then followed by a bearish day and another bearish day. If we use the volume to see what's going on right now, it seems like the bulls are still in this pair as of now. Because if you look at the past few days, all we can see is green, like a couple, like 3-4 reds. So what that tells me that the bulls are still in this pair right now, which means that it might not start dropping as of now. So this one is just more of a wait and see type of trade, because although the overall trend seems like a buy, right now I'm not so sure about that. Next pair I'm going to be looking at is going to be Euro USD. So Euro USD, last video I talked about it, believing it was going to drop. It didn't, but I also didn't enter it for the week because I didn't see any indicators of me to sell the pair. So as you can see, we've just been stagnant for like the past week, I believe. But what this is telling me right here, what this whole section right here is telling me, is that we do have some selling pressure. So as you can see, every time price tries to go above this zone, it gets smacked down. Just like this one, it tried to go above it, it got smacked down. Just like this, tried to go above it, it got smacked down. So what that's telling me is that we have selling pressure right here. And if you guys don't know what these are, like this little tall shadow thing, pretty much is what price is what the price did throughout the day. So for example, the story of this candlestick, pretty much price opened down here, and throughout the day it went as low as here and as high as over here, but it ended up closing over here. So pretty much that's what the whole story of that candlestick was. So every time you see like this little shadow thing, this little stick on top of this, it pretty much just means that was how high the trade went through that day. So yeah, what that tells me is that although we're not selling as of yet, there is selling pressure in this pair right now. I believe that there's still selling pressure in this pair, but we haven't just seen a move to correlate with that as of yet. Last one's going to be GU. So GU is kind of in the same predicament. As you can see, price can get above the zone. It got smacked down. Price tried to enter this zone again multiple times, but always got rejected. So to me, that's telling me that there is selling pressure in this pair as well. So we're just gonna have to wait for the move to start happening to see if we can get in on it. GJ might be a pair I look to buy due to just the fact that it's retraced a little. As you can see, it traced back to the close to the RSI midpoint, and the EMAs are also showing a buy as of now. But for this trade, I might need a little more confirmation before I enter, because it looks like we might be retracing as of now, because we haven't broken this recent high. In the uptrends, you usually go high, higher lows, but we haven't broken as of yet. If we go back to this side, if we go back to this high, we did break it. The high was right here, but the next high was over here, a little higher. So I'm not really sure if I should enter this yet, simply because we haven't broken the last high. So this one I'm definitely keep an eye on and just see what happens. Also, if you guys were having trouble understanding what I was talking about with the shadows and things like these things right here, there's a video on YouTube called Understanding Japanese Candlestick by Ty. It was like a video he saved a couple years ago. I feel like it's a really great video to watch if you're just trying to get into forex and understand how the market works and how these candlesticks are. It is a long video though. I think it's about 40 something minutes, 50 something minutes long. But if you want to get 1.25 the speed or 1.5x the speed of the video, I really do feel like it's a good video that you can watch that gives you a great insight to how candlestick and what each candlestick means. I do feel like the video is going to be extremely helpful. You might need to watch it a couple of times, just because if you're a beginner, you don't have any background in forex or charts or technical analysis or TA or anything like that, you might struggle with understanding the concepts of what was being explained in the video. So you might have to watch it a couple of times, but I do think the video will be beneficial to you if you do decide to trade forex. So anyways guys, thank you for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, leave a comment down below and any thoughts, questions, concerns. Let me know if this video provided any value to you. If you have any questions or anything, or for any resources or anything like that, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to help. So thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.